What's up? It's your boy Big Reg coming to you once again from the shadow of the big house in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Folks, let me tell you what's what. It's rivalry week. All things have been tense here in the state of Michigan. You can't be a neutral this week. No! You got to show your true colors, your true allegiances. There is no middle ground. You got to either fly the maize and blue or the green and white. Holy smokes, folks. The whole state of Michigan is on high alert because it's rivalry week. And there's everything to play for. Michigan versus Michigan State. Both top 10 ranked teams. Both undefeated. Unstoppable force, made son. Movable logic. Who can say what's going to happen? We don't know. But man, oh man, are we excited to find out? Joining me tonight to discuss one of the biggest games in a long time. First, as always, producer JB.
Yo, Squid Game's in full effect. Let's make sure that we actually win this game and survive towards the end. Liking it. Let's go blue.
Go blue indeed. Oh. Next. I can't imagine the inner turmoil this next guest is going through. Oh, the whole season been guarding his heart. I know his heart is about to burst this week as the tension level has been ratcheted up to 11. It's the one, the only, nameless guest.
This is what we've all been waiting for. All eyes on Michigan. You said it well, Big Reg. I can't wait. Let's get it on. Come on, Big Blue. Go Blue.
Let's get it on. I had to say it that way because I didn't want to get sued by Michael Buffer. But next, finally coming back to the show, we don't know where he went. We don't know what he did. He is shrouded in mystery yet again. It is the one, the only, Mr. Squarehead.
I just want to say that my Halloween costume this year is going to be one of the VIP members from Squid Games. And my costume will consist of a golden mask, and that's it. Just the golden mask.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, gosh. That has to be the creepiest thing I've heard in a long time. Holy smokes.
If you know, you know.
It's out my mouth. Oh, jeepers creepers. And finally joining us, this man has been telling you, he's been holding on to hope for this Michigan squad for how many years now? Holy smokes. The ever optimistic Patrick Ewing School of Fandom, the one, the only, JC from Sunnyside.
Oh, Big Reg. After hearing Mr. Squarehead's costume, I don't know, that epitomizes squid. Anyway, I know all of Michigan Nation, no matter what they say about one game at a time, all the players saying one game at a time, I think we all know we were looking forward to this game. We have marked this down, and here we are, rivalry week. It's finally here.
Guys, I don't know. I've been on edge this ever since the Northwestern game ended. I have been on edge. I've just been chomping at the bit, just waiting for Saturday to get here. At first, I was kind of angry that they put our game at 12 o'clock. So I was like, man, this deserves prime time. You know, this is a prime time top 10 matchup. But then the other side of me was like, you know what? Thank goodness it's at noon, because I don't think my heart could have waited until 7:30 p.m. for this thing to kick off. Holy smokes. gents. I don't even know where to begin, but I'm going to begin with this question here. Who's going to shine brighter? Walker of MSU, a Heisman candidate, or the dual-headed monster in the Michigan backfield of Blake Corum and Hassan Haskins?
That's a tough question to start off with because I think they're both going to wear down both defenses. But fortunately, we have two running backs that can do it. And I feel like that gives us the advantage because we can just keep pounding it down their throats.
The who's going to shine brighter? The defensive front of Michigan is going to shine the brightest in this game.
Wow.
As a result, it's going to be Haskins. We're going to shut down their running game. We're shutting down their running game. I'm calling it right now, right? Less than 100 yards rushing.
Wow.
For MSU. Our front seven is going to come to play. Their O-line is We're front seven. Hands down, Haskins, Corum, all day.
So you're
Agree.
saying that our secondary will lose this game for us? If we have front seven, that only leaves four. That's what you're saying. You're saying our secondary will lose this game for us.
Where did you hear lose this game? The question was, Mr. Squid Game. Who's going to run the ball better? That was the question.
Don't make me bust out my squid.
Oh God. Oh God. This is a kid's show, man. This is a kid's show.
Oh.
Ojingo, man. Ojingo. What are you guys talking about? Ojingo. Anju.
Oh,
I'm gonna say that this game to me is the biggest game this season. Forget OSU, because I think when it gets to OSU, we can't compete. I still do not think we can compete against OSU, but this game is just really head on head. I think we're pretty equal, even with MSU. I think that if you look at the stats, we're not too far off. Although Michigan State is a little bit better, if you just look at passing yards, rushing yards, whatever it is, this game to me feels like a true rivalry between two very closely ranked teams. I don't know if we're appropriately ranked, but we're very, very close in ranking, I think. So to me, this is our game of the season. And forget OSU. I know that's down the road, one game at a time, whatever you want to say. Penn State's a little down right now, but this is the game of the season for us.
Wow, completely misses the point of the question and does not answer, but thank you for your thoughts.
However, I'm relieved and happy that I totally agree with that. This is the game because we'll get to it later, but we'll probably roll over hapless Franklin and PSU, and we'll get to the Buckeyes. But yes, this is the game, and I'm picking Corum and H2 Haskins over Walker because, yes, I think it's going to be the battle of the trenches. And I heard some analysis and chatter about how Walker has done well. He's a true stud, but the O-line has not really been able to block for anyone else. He's really the only source of rushing on that team. And if we come with McGenius and McDonald's game plan, execute, just out physical them up, set up our boys to dominate the rushing attack stats.
I'll put a little twist on the question myself. Would I rather have Walker or Hassan Haskins? I pick Hassan Haskins. Would I rather have Walker or Blake Corum? I pick Blake Corum.
Come on, man. That's such a homer question. Who's going to say they'd rather have Walker on this panel? Come on, man. You got to pick somebody else, non-Michigan or something. You can't. So would you rather have Cade McNamara or I can't remember their quarterback's
Thorne.
name.
I would actually take
Thorne.
Thorne.
You would, but who else? I mean, come on, Reg. Who would you take, Reg? Let's hear your opinion on that. Cade or Thorne?
Wow. First of all, let me at least finish my thought.
No! Don't make me pull out my squid.
He must have been at home just jumping, just eating raw meat this whole week. Holy cow. Coming out like a hungry grizzly bear from his hibernation. Holy smokes. Let me just stick with the running backs for just a second. Walker is getting a lot of love nationally. Walker is getting a lot of praise nationally. Deservedly so. He's had some pretty good games, et cetera, et cetera. But the fact still remains, I think, the things that Hassan Haskins and Blake Corum have been able to achieve in leading this Michigan Wolverines offense, especially in a time when, let's be honest, the opposition has been zoned in, dialed in, focused on stopping them two gentlemen. And the fact still remains that those two gentlemen have still been able to put up yardage and put up touchdowns. You got to admit that Walker has a little bit more help on his side when it comes to offense with Jalen and Jaden, the two talented wide receivers on MSU, which makes their offense a little bit more balanced. But the fact that everybody knows Michigan's going to try to run the ball and everybody tries to stop Michigan, but the fact that Hassan Haskins and Blake Corum have still gotten the job done, to me is a signal, a clear signal that there's more quality in our backfield than the job that those gentlemen have done and are going to do this Saturday. So I'll raise my glass to them too.
Sound like we're all professional regurgitators. Somebody's been watching Monday Morning Quarterback. Devin Gardner hot take right there.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
These are original thoughts in my head. Wow.
Check the tape.
Is it my fault that my thoughts are in line with those of other knowledgeable prognosticators? Holy smokes. That's like saying, yo, you shouldn't be rich because you made the same investments as Warren Buffett. You know what I'm saying?
You
Don't
out
hate me.
JC. Come on, man.
Huh?
You out JC, the original JC. Come on.
Whoa.
Woo!
Come on, man. Name a guest.
Well, now that's a Ric Flair.
I'm sorry. What can I say? I'm inspired by the squid.
Holy smokes. Wow. I should have never told you about that Monday Morning Quarterback with Devin Gardner. Holy smokes. Anywho, back to Mr. Squarehead's question. Who would I rather have at quarterback? The young man from MSU, Thorne, or our tandem? And I'm going to call them a tandem from now on because they're a package deal from this point forward. Just like we got Hassan Haskins and Blake Corum, now we've got Cade McNamara and J.J. McCarthy. That's a tandem duo right now. It's a 2-for-1.
That's such a stretch.
No way, bro. They played every single game since I think I can't remember when, but the last 2 games at the very least. No, the last 3 games. They have been a tandem. Whiskey. What do you mean? Remember JJ came in against Whiskey, first drive of the second half. What did he do? Led us to a touchdown. Next game versus Nebraska. We used them both. And this last game versus Northwestern, we used them both. So now I see it as a tandem. Just like we got a tandem at running back, now we got a tandem at quarterback. I'd rather take our tandem versus the single of Thorne. Because one thing that our tandem doesn't do, that Thorne does, is throw interceptions. Wow, see? My point was so resonant that it was like, boom,
I don't know.
boom.
What?
Even now, no one can refute my last statement. Wow. I raise my glass to the clarion call of my last statement.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if you call it a tandem. When one quarterback is throwing 60 times over the last 3 games and the other quarterback has only one pass attempt in meaningful snaps. There's no way you can call it a tandem. Now,
Tandem,
if
bro.
it was the other way around, where JJ McCarthy was taking the snap that Cade was, and then Cade could do some kind of change of pace, which he can't, then I would hands down take the Michigan quarterbacks. But that's my biggest concern going into this game, is our running backs will cause their defensive front put 7 in the box, 8 in the box. Can we hit the 15-yard pass over the middle? Can K throw a 30-yard pass down to stretch the defense? I don't know. He hasn't demonstrated that.
Let's look at the facts as we move past the running backs to the quarterbacks. I mean, the closest team that we can make a comparison on both sides is Nebraska, right? So we both played Nebraska. Both games were really close. They went into overtime to win. We shut them, or we finished them off in regular time. Thorne passes 14 for 23, 183 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception, gets sacked 3 times. Now, if we're going to make an actual observation here, I would say that our defense is very similar to Nebraska's defense. That's why our game was so close. Can we agree to that? If we agree to that, then we have a stat line here of Peyton Thorne, which is it's serviceable, yet there's still deficiencies. He gets sacked 3 times, he gets intercepted once, and he only has a completion rating of 60% for 183 yards. That's not impressive. Follow that with Cade McNamara and what he does. Is it similar? Is it the same? Things happen. Yeah, he doesn't get sacked as much. Similar in terms of maybe yards. TDs, I can't remember with the Nebraska game how many he had, but I don't think the QBs are the question right now, because I think it's going to be very similar in terms of how they play. So, in my opinion, we can talk about offense all we want. I think, for me, the critical aspect is defense. Which defense can stop the other team and last through all 4 quarters? That's my area of concern.
I think Thorne has proven he can sling it and he can connect on the deep ball, and he's got 2 quite excellent junior wide receivers that can win one-on-one contested catches. So they'll hit some. I think they may hit a few. So it's going to be incumbent on us to execute and get a few of our own scores in the red zone. So, no like 3 field goals our first 3 trips down to the red zone. Because I think they will hit a couple few. And if they don't, better for us. Then we'll come with an even more comfortable victory. But the game will be won in the trenches. Stuff them on D, on the rush game, and overpower them and win. The plan A is to just do ground and pound, smash mouth, get our usual dominance on the ground. I mean, we're not going to trust Cade. We haven't won that way yet, and that's not going to happen this Saturday.
Sorry, Cade's stat line for the Nebraska game: 22 for 38, 255 yards, 0 TDs, 1 interception, 1 sack.
And Nebraska went to overtime against MSU at MSU, right? We went to Nebraska after going to Wisconsin. So there is a little bit of a difference there. I think Nameless Guests just repeated what I said about the trenches.
Yes.
He blames me for reading the articles, but he's just regurgitating what I say here, which is I'm not concerned about Thorne's passing, because in the past, we would always be like, guys, get in there, get to the quarterback, get in there. How come they're not getting to the quarterback? That was a source of frustration for the last 2 years. This year is going to be different. Hutchinson, Ojabo, Mazi, blitz up the middle by Ross, Dax, cutting down from the corner. We're going to get to the quarterback. I'm not worried about Thorne. I'm not worried about Michigan State's offense. the biggest concern again for me is our passing offense. Can we pass the ball just enough to keep the MSU Spartan defense honest?
Producer JB, what's our highest sack total this year in a game? Do we have more than 3 sacks in a game?
I'll look it up while you make your point there. Go ahead.
Because my point is, our defensive line, I don't remember a game where we've pressured the quarterback so much. I mean, we can stop the run, but I just don't remember a game where we were constantly pressuring quarterbacks and getting sacks. So I think this game is a pretty even game, whether it's the running game, whether it's the passing game. But I think our secondary is going to be the issue, because we are going to be able to stop their run. And once they have to throw it, our secondary may not be able to hold, because all those long passes that they're not completing, they're getting kind of PIs. They'll be getting PIs.
Yeah, I mean, we've said a lot of things, and we've thrown out a lot of ideas, but who can say what's going to happen when? We don't know. We don't know. Good gravy. I'm a drunk person right now. I don't know what you guys are right now, but man, this is the craziness of rivalry week. You got to throw out all the records. You got to throw out all the stats. That's going to just be mano a mano, slapping each other in the face. Just oh, it's going to be brutal. It's not going to be pretty. And who knows? Well, I'll tell you what. It's going to be cold. It's definitely going to be cold this Saturday. It's not going to be, a warm, sunny day out there in East Lansing. It might even rain. It might get messy. It might get sloppy. It's going to be one of those classic Big Ten fall matchups.
Just to follow up on that, sacks per game, we've gotten at least 1 per game. The most that we got was against Wisconsin with 6 sacks. And then with Washington, we had 4 sacks against them. But all the other games have been 1. The only thing that might be of relevance also is like tackles for loss. We basically have averaged about 4.5 per game. That's on there.
Just a couple last things to watch out for. Although Izzo is gone, there's always a little bit of trickeration. And this being the eve of Halloween, trick or treat.
Izzo?
What?
D'Antoni.
Oh, I mean, not Izzo. D'Antoni. I can't even blame being in a drunken state on that one. But there are going to be trick plays that have been conceived during the bye week, and some dirty play. Just watch out for some dirty play. Heated passions and rival. With that guy that I've been watching, the long line of brothers, of dirty brothers. Panshuk, however you say. Oh, still got a grudge against those brothers.
Oh, goodness.
Watch out.
Let's get to the heart of it. Let's get to score predictions. Come on. This is what people have been waiting for. Who's going first?
If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I want to be wrong every week.
Oh.
And I'm going to say this game is going to be close, but I think MSU is going to win at home. And the final score will be 19-17. Sparty. I'm sorry to say.
19. Okay.
Not a bad prediction.
The record, though, you've predicted that Michigan was going to win every week except this week. Just for the record.
Thank you.
So every week you were hoping to be wrong? Is that correct? This guy.
Yes, every week.
This guy. Holy cow. I'm telling you, man. You're a wino. You know what a wino is? Wolverine and name only. Holy smokes.
Wow. Wow.
I'm going to call a 23-20 victory for Big Blue. Every day, actually, since Northwestern, somehow, out of nowhere, surprising even myself, gaining in confidence that we're going to just out physical and out muscle them. I really see this game playing out. We can't pretend to be who we're not going to be. It's just going to be dirty, old-fashioned smash mouth dominance. Moody, he's been money all season. Game-winning field goal, 23-20.
I like that. I like it.
I think the Wolverines capitalize on MSU's aggression on defense and run a lot of misdirections. We just beat them down in the trenches. First quarter will be tough. We'll weather the storm. But second quarter, third quarter, Hassan Haskins driving those legs. Then once they're worn down, Corum around the corner. I think it's a fairly easy win second half. I think 27-14. The Wolverines dominate.
Wow.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
going out there on a ledge. I agree with Squarehead. This is going to be a close game. And it always comes out to a toss-up. Last time we went to Sparty Stadium, I think we handily took care of them. I have a bad feeling about this. I'm sorry. I have a bad feeling about this. Weather prediction right now is rain in the morning, 54 degrees, wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. 27-21. Michigan. What?
Yeah, I knew it all the way.
What?
Oh my gosh. the fake drama at the end there. Holy smokes. I feel like I'm watching a reality. Bravo. Holy smokes. Listen, let me cut to the chase. The Michigan Wolverines will go down to East Lansing and win yet again. Of this, I am confident. I am confident. These Michigan Wolverines, they got a certain swagger to them. This Michigan Wolverines got a little something. Whether it's Mike Hart and his backfield, whether it's the defensive backs and the renewed confidence that they have, or whether it's the front line, across the defensive line and backed up by the linebackers. There's a certain something. And I think that this Michigan Wolverines team is going to go down to East Lansing and take care of business and put another notch on their belts. And most importantly, bring Paul Bunyan back home to Ann Arbor. And I predict the Michigan Wolverines will win this one 38-13. Put it in the books.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Man.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, man.
38-13.
That's just ridiculous.
That's just
Oh,
clickbait.
is it though? Is it?
Anyways, we got one
tandem in the backfield. Hassan Haskins, Blake
yes.
Corum,
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy, Cade McNamara. And then our defense, led by our All-American, Aiden Hutchinson, backed up by Josh Ross. And then in the secondary, Dax Hill.
Okay, got it. We got one comment from our post that we did literally like one day ago. The Rock always hits us up for a comment. He says, Big Red showing us the hypotenuse triangle for the 50-yard throw for 15-yard gain. He wants to see the math. LBs are the same with Don Brown regime. Two of them at the same place. JB producer is like box, only 9 wins. Come on, man. JJ has the upside. He needs snaps. Makes him dangerous by throwing it down the field, and he has better wiggles than Cade. I love that wiggle of JJ. Love that wiggle. But that's all we got in terms of comments on our particular video. But we need to hear from you, Wolverine Nation. What are you thinking about this game this week? What's your score prediction? What are your keys to the thing? Click, like, subscribe. Make sure to drop a note. Let us know what you think.
Let me just say this for Big Rock. I will put the equation at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. We'll show you exactly with precision mathematics. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You know what I'm saying? You can't argue with the math. Anywho, gentlemen, it's rivalry week, and I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be sweet. It's like getting 3 bags of candy and coming home and finding 0, licorice in any of your bags and just getting all the classics. Snickers, Reese's Pieces, Kit Kats,
Twix.
Twix. Oh, I can't forget Twix. Maybe some Sour Patch Kids and some Swedish fish. I'm about to get to trick or treat on when it comes to this Saturday. Michigan, go blue, rivalry week. Let's get it done. 8-0. Let's go.
Go blue. Go blue.
Hold up.